Since I was 8 years old, I discovered a game called Dungeons and Dragons, and since then, I've been creating stories and games. When I first saw that Choose Your Own Quest game books were making a comeback, I was excited. At the same time, I've been very active in the tabletop community, and one of the things I hear often is people talk about, well, I can't find anyone to play with, or, I don't have the time. So it really kind of hit me to combine these two things.
Dungeons and Coffee.
Well, I just arrived home from work and this package was waiting on me. And I can't wait to get into it. It's very thick, as you can see here. Beautiful packaging, nice thick cover. It is paperback. This is a really top, very heavily waxed paper. I think this will last a while. Extremely thick. Looks like we've got about 535 pages in this thing. So you've got the beautiful map on the front and the back, and I can't wait to get into it. Castle of Blackwood Moors by author David Conkle. Wow. Well, it looks great. I have some reading to do. I'll be back later. Or will I? All right, back to business. I've had plenty of time to read this book. Read it through a couple of different times. Once with the character developed with the system that's in the front of the book that just gives you a quick character to read through with. And the second time, I took the optional rule, which allows you to transfer a character from your favorite RPG to play through the book. It was quite fun both ways. Since we are dealing with mostly RPG players here, I'll relate that to an RPG game. If you do the option and play through with the character that you draw up, and it just takes a couple of minutes. It's really a really simple system that works great. It's very easy to do. But if you go that route, then your character is about as safe as a 0 to first level Dungeon Crawl Classics character. So the danger level is high either way, but that's kind of what you're looking at if you go that route. Now, if you're not that brave and you want to be able to read through more between deaths, then I would recommend go ahead and transfer over a favorite character from your favorite RPG to bring in, because that way you'll have a couple bonuses to bring in with you. It's very fun. It has a lot of surprises, even for me, an old school gamer that's kind of seen it all. I still got surprised on several occasions. So the author, David Conkle, does a great job of doing things like that. And the book is written in such a way it's very simple and flows through quickly because it is kind of a game/story. So again, the Castle of Blackwood Moors is fantastic. I love it. I definitely plan on buying several copies, probably for Christmas gifts, things like that, because I like my copy so much, I found that I don't really want to loan it out, because then I'll have to go a while without it, and I'm not willing to do that. So I'm just going to buy my kids and some of my friends a copy so they can have their own. Should Conkle, and I understand he's going to, but when he does come out with the next Kickstarter for the next book in the series, I can't wait for him to carry this plan out and have several books in the series. The world setting itself is so intricate, it's so rich, that I would even recommend that he come out with a campaign setting, because it's that good. It's very rich and in-depth. Well, anyway, can't wait to find out what happens next. I'm definitely going to support the next Kickstarter. Mr. David Conkle, wherever you are, nice job. Very nice job. One thing I didn't mention earlier also that's a huge bonus for the book is it's his ability to maintain the creep factor. There's a lot of things that's rather cliche in the book, so there's a lot of things you might expect from a fantasy exploration kind of adventure story like this one. But there's some interesting things in the book, depending on which direction you go, which choices you make, that are really creepy. And the author does a really good job of capturing that in his description of these things and situations themselves, as well as his description of how your character reacts to some of these things. So it's very creepy, very almost H.P. Lovecraftian-like. Again, David Conkle's The Castle of Blackwood Moors is available on Amazon.com. It was a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. In the meantime, remember, keep your books off the table and keep reaching for the dice.
People would like a long, interesting RPG campaign that you can use one of your favorite tabletop game character sheets with, that you can play anytime. But I also wanted this series to appeal to people who have never heard of game books before. So they would get excited about this style of entertainment. And there's not been a time in my life where I've not been like either creating a game or telling some kind of story.